We've got a really exciting episode today, Dorian. What comes to your mind when you think of North Macedonia?
Well, definitely ancient history, rich culture, and of course majestic mountains. As you can see, my impression is pretty broad.
Yeah, I get it. But as we both know, the country's cuisine can reveal even more than any book or any tourist guide.
True, they say that the soul of the country often hides in its food, actually.
And to help to uncover this soul, we have a special guest today, the former Ambassador of North Macedonia to Kazakhstan, Sali Limani.
Let us begin. To our wonderful kitchen. I hope you will enjoy this time with us.
Yes, the process.
Yes. I suppose it is the first time of you cooking in front of the cameras, right?
For sure, and mostly I don't cook at home.
Oh yeah, so it would be, a very good experience. So tell us, please.
I'll try not to be good, because if they see me cooking very well, then they will ask it for me every day.
Why not? I mean, it's.
Ainura and I were here to assist you. We will help you to do the best.
It can be very funny. So tell us, please, what we are going to cook today.
Today we will cook Tavče Gravče. It's one of the famous dishes in North Macedonia, and a lot of tourists or people that visited North Macedonia has tried it, and it is a very tasty dish actually, and it's in the highest level of our dishes in North Macedonia.
Wow. And in terms of ingredients, we have vegetables, beans, flour.
We have
all the spices, right?
Red spice, which is the most important part of the Tavče Gravče.
Okay,
super.
That's great.
Yes, what would be the first stage to start with?
The first stage, we have to boil the beans as a beginning, and in the meantime we will prepare the oil with the red
spices, right?
Yes, we have there here. Let's put it inside.
So, what do we need to know before we go to North Macedonia?
What do you need to know?
Yes.
You need to know.
Top tips for tourists.
You need to know that it is one of the oldest countries in the Balkans, first of all, which means it has a very unique history and deep, long history.
Yeah. So here we have the pan, and I turned the oven on.
Yes, you
did.
So
should we add some oil?
Of course, without oil there is nothing.
Great, yes.
So speaking about your professional career, your colleague, actually, the Ambassador of Malaysia, he shared with us some interesting fact that you were once a movie producer, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, wow.
Please tell us the story.
That's background.
It's not a story, the producers are always behind the cameras. No one sees them. If it goes wrong, that's his fault. If it goes well, then the actors and the director, everyone gets on the stage and they laugh, they feel very well, but still the producer is the one who did it, because the producer is the person that manages from 0 to 100%. Some of my produced movies, you may find them in the internet. Just type my name and surname.
amazing. Ainur, have you ever thought that on this show we're
No,
gonna
and
discuss
you know,
movie industry?
Why
The
not?
next question is, I think it's natural. How did you make this transition into
This
diplomacy?
position?
This transition into diplomacy.
Transition, okay. Oh, long story short, you know, diplomacy has a lot of in common with, because my profession is PR marketing, and producing is part of management. So PR marketing, when you study PR marketing, you study management in the same time. So, however, from the field of PR and marketing to diplomacy, it's just, let's say, a bridge where you have to collect knowledges about political issues in your country.
I see how we are approaching.
You should read a lot about the international relationships, and for sure, if you have information that you will be appointed in a country, let's say like Republic of Kazakhstan, then you should sit down and study your case, which means you have to prepare yourself for the Republic of Kazakhstan. But I didn't need a lot of time to study Kazakhstan, because Kazakhstan is famous in many ways. First of all, with the reserves that Kazakhstan has, the natural reserves that Kazakhstan has.
That is obvious.
The position of Kazakhstan in Central Asia, and the willing and the growth, the very fast growth to become a key player in this region, which is actually, Kazakhstan is a key player, and not only North Macedonia, it's a lot of, let us call them mega player, are very interested to have a good relationship with Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan, in my opinion, plays a huge positive role, and with the way how they actually move around and how they do foreign policy, it's great because they stand by peace always. They stand by trying to keep a balance between countries, trying to be friendly with all the countries around.
To and not only dialogue.
Of course, and they have promoted dialogues. They have made a lot of efforts to be a mediator between many countries for achieving solutions between countries that they have issues.
Nowadays.
Of course,
exactly. So, did your diplomacy career start with Kazakhstan?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh,
Is
wow.
it the first country?
It is the first country.
Wow. Our congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, what was your impression? Your reaction when you...
Familiar, let's say, traditions, which we like. We have similar traditions.
Oh, so you found similarities?
Of course, of course.
Yeah.
Enjoyable food.
And by the way, you're adding some spices, right? Into our
the krasny perec.
Krasny perec, or red pepper.
Exactly.
And it's starting, to color.
Yeah, it should become that kind of color.
What do you love the most about your job?
You know, we have to try our best to collect the best parts that we see, we hear, or we read. So you have to collect a lot of things, a lot of pieces,
and bring it together.
To bring them together with golden words, and to have it always. Diplomacy can bring two countries very close, and wrong diplomacy can separate them a lot.
Yes.
So, in our case, in Kazakhstan, we don't have any political issues at all. No open questions at all.
That's very good news.
So we are just increasing our relationship in economic ways. So trying to increase the trade, because this is the most powerful part that we have actually in common. Mostly we buy from Kazakhstan, but also we sell to Kazakhstan.
What are the spheres
a lot of things.
A lot of things,
to be honest. Mostly mostly in agriculture, and a
Okay.
big part is in the construction materials,
Oh,
which is
interesting.
in the iron part, like copper, iron, and so forth.
I see.
One of the most important thing in diplomacy, or the duty of an ambassador, is to achieve the reciprocity. So that was my goal, and I achieved it already.
Can I ask you, how often do you see your other colleagues, the other ambassadors? Do you have someone with whom you have the strongest ties, like friend?
Almost every day, but sometimes, if not every day, in the second 2 days, 3 days, every week we see each other. For one or for another reason, it depends. But in communication, we are allowed in communication.
Who is your biggest friend?
All of them.
All of
I
them.
cannot separate.
Very
one.
diplomatic.
Again.
And not to separate any of them. But
Yes, right.
if we have to speak about cooking, Rashid, the ambassador of Morocco, is better than everybody else.
Without him. Yes, in our
so
program,
he's better. Then
He's a former chef.
theoretically, Marco Alberti from Italy, theoretically he's very good. By cooking, I don't know. You should tell me.
Theoretically.
How
He
practical
knows
is
how
you?
to explain, you know.
And while we're waiting for our dish to be fully done, let me share with you some interesting fact about traditional cuisine of North Macedonia.
Macedonian ivar is a flavorful mix of smoky and spicy red peppers, often found in supermarkets, and it's a true symbol of North Macedonia's cuisine. Every family has its own special recipe, passed down through generations. Making ivar is a tradition. Peppers are roasted, peeled by hand and slowly cooked to create a rich, delicious paste. In the fall, villages are filled with the smell of ivar as families come together to prepare it. Makalo is another example of how the simplest ingredients can create something extraordinary. This garlic paste, made with just garlic, oil and salt, was once considered the food of the poor, but today it is celebrated for its rich flavor. Makalo is often served as a side dish with bread or potatoes, but many enjoy it on its own, as a flavorful, as a delicious treat. Macedonian sarma is a true culinary art. Fermented cabbage leaves are carefully wrapped around a filling of minced meat and rice, then slowly cooked in clay pots. Sarma is a must-have at festive tables and family gatherings. Maznik is a layered pie that holds a special place on festive tables. Its ultra-thin layers of dough are rolled out by hand until almost transparent, then filled with eggs, cheese or meat. The secret to its success lies in patience and skill, as the process requires great precision. The result is a beautifully crafted pie that becomes the centerpiece of any celebration.
Coming to the end.
Yes, we added some flour. Yeah.
Exactly.
Wow,
You are doing very well. You see?
So we added some. How do you call it? For the extra aroma,
The decor.
the decor.
And after that, we need to put
We can go
All
down
this.
to one.
yes, all of this to this pan.
No,
No.
We're gonna
we go this
The
way.
opposite way.
Okay,
okay. And vegeta is very important.
Vegeta.
Vegeta.
Yes, it's very good
We
spice.
eat our
yeah.
dishes with vegeta always.
So now I think we can serve it to the plates and then go to our dinner table and taste.
With pleasure. Thank
Yes.
you very much. And now, from there, we came here
Yeah.
to taste the food. Good.
Yes,
and,
that's
and now
very,
I am the
very
one
long-awaited
asking
moment.
questions, not you two anymore.
Oh,
I
you
answered
asked.
everything inside. So now, please start
Yes,
tasting
thank
the
you.
Tavče Gravče.
Tavče
We
Gravče.
don't have it in Tavče, but we have the Gravče. So the beans, we call them Gravče, the way we have done it. And Tavče is the spoon, the special old way of doing a place where we put the beans. How is it? Should I try it?
Off the camera, you mentioned that it's gonna be terrible. No, it's not. It is.
Yeah, it's good.
It's really delicious. Yes, and I love the texture of the food. I love the spiciness.
Yes, I think I love. You love the spice.
So it's like tastes like Europe, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So actually, as you can see, here's on the table we've got for you something else. It is called. Those are our national traditional Kazakh sweets. Actually,
Yes.
Yes, this is
Cheesecake.
cheesecakes, but inside we also have a very traditional element, ingredient, which is called tari. Tari, it's also like a millet.
Yeah.
And it's very traditional, and Kazakhs used it and, you know, cooked it and prepared and ate it like for centuries. Actually,
So give it a
it's-
try.
For sure. It's up to you.
Do you let me?
Einar.
Yes,
Please, Einar.
thank you. You've mentioned traditions here and how local people are following them. What about your country and the people in your country? Do they follow traditions?
Yes.
So it's
Thanks
like
God
more.
they still, because if
Yes.
we lose our traditions, even practically, we should repeat them one in a year or two times in a year. It's very, very important to know where you come from. Because we can plan easily how to go forward, and probably with the help of God and a bit of luck, we will go forward for sure. Otherwise, also to follow the flow, because life is very dynamic and it goes too fast, and a lot of people should follow.
Yeah.
Some of them in the front line, some of them behind, some of them in the end. It doesn't matter, but we have to follow. And sometimes I'm also old-fashioned. I love people who keep their traditions, just to remind themselves where they come from and how the previous fathers, sisters, everyone else lived before, and how did they became who they were, and where we come from. We come from them, so we have to remind ourselves about our
Yes.
tradition. We have to do them.
Thank you very much for this glimpse of your traditions
Most
here
welcome.
on our
Yes.
table. Before we let you go, we've got one more present for you, actually.
May I say something before I
Of
say
course,
what
you
I-
can. Please.
It was a pleasure for me. Thank you very much. I will see you later.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now you have a good reason to really go to North Macedonia.
Yes,
Yes.
we would love to.
Yeah, and we can support you to make a show there also.
Great.
Anytime you
That's a
decide.
great idea,
When you connect with TV stations,
Yeah.
that you can cooperate with them, and
We'll bring sausages. We'll do proper version.
They will cook for you there.
Yes, or introduce something from the
Yes,
Kazakh
for sure.
cuisine.
Exactly. Yes.
Thank you very much for sharing your time with us, for sharing the recipe, for sharing your thoughts, ideas with us, and spending time. It was a pleasure.
That's it for today. All the episodes of Talk and Cook Show you can find on our official website and our YouTube channel. It's called Silkway TV channel, so stay tuned and see you next week.